In today's equity index futures markets, let's take a look at the S&P 500 futures as they're moving higher today. S&P 500 futures are coming off of 4 consecutive lower closes to trade higher today. And today we're looking at the futures market holding on to a solid gain here as we move to the afternoon. Currently priced at 68.50 in that March future, which is now the most actively traded future as we're seeing continued rolling of positions from December to March throughout this week. So holding on to a solid gain. The index is right around 6,800, off the intraday highs, but still up strongly on the day. Now looking at the driving factor, the primary driver was the release of the CPI data this morning, coming in below expectations, providing a lift across the board in the equity markets, stemming some of the recent selling pressure, shifting sentiment in the market as far as inflation expectations moving forward, at least from a short-term perspective, moving yields lower on the day. So that is viewed as a positive for the equity markets, and that's why I think we're seeing this buying pressure reappear today after some pretty significant selling throughout the week. So higher price levels here today. Looking at the general trends, the S&P is holding a range here really for the last couple of weeks between 6,700 on the low end, 6,900 on the top end. So we're kind of back in the middle of that range when you look at the S&P index. And we're looking at higher prices across the board today in the major equity index futures markets, with the NASDAQ benefiting the most from the shift in tone. We're seeing it up strongly on the session, as well as the Russell and the S&P up close to 1% currently. Now the Dow is up about 0.5%. So you're seeing some dispersion as far as price action. The Dow showing the least relative strength today, and we're seeing the NASDAQ showing the most relative strength in today's price action.